Okay, so this video is really just to show a short sequence that has benefit to cyclists. As cyclists, we do a lot of forward motion, forward movements where we arch the back. We use our legs, or we strengthen our legs. We don't really think about flexibility when we're on the bike. So the point of doing something like yoga or maybe Pilates or just a different kind of exercise is to do opposite movements to what we would on the bike. So today in our video we're going to focus on the opposite of our arching back, opening the back. We focus a lot on stretching the legs as well as strengthening the core, which is often something we neglect when we're on the bike. So that is the abdominal muscles, the lower back, and also the pelvic floor, the hip flexors. So in the video today we're joined by Florence and Charlie, who are youth cyclists in Oxford, or former youth cyclists in Oxford. Florence and Charlie do a bit of yoga to complement their cycling, and I just wanted to ask them about what they thought the benefits were to doing something different than just being on the bike. Florence, you can go first.
I find that doing a bit of yoga and stretching after a hard ride is really important for recovery. If I haven't stretched, I definitely feel it when I'm on the bike the next day.
Charlie?
Well, for me, it's just preventing, when you spend a lot of hours on the bike, you can not realise it because you want to keep on riding, but you can really develop an injury, and it just prevents that.
So really,
makes you aware of your body.
It's about being able to be on the bike for longer, more comfortably, and then hopefully avoiding any injury. That means you've got time off the bike as well.
Yeah.
Excellent. So out of all of the things we did today, what sort of things do you find the most benefit? Where do you suffer the most? Maybe flexibility in your legs, or
I find that my glutes in particular are particularly tight. That's definitely an area to work on.
For me, it's the hamstrings, I think. They're pretty important when you're on the bike, and it's easy to forget them.
We often think about getting big legs, but like big quads at the expense of we get tighter, shorter, stronger hamstrings, but that can then lead to a lot of lower back problems, which is quite common amongst cyclists. What would you say were your top pose or your top thing that you would want to do after a ride, or maybe once a day, maybe just before bed? The one thing, if you had to choose one.
It's got to be a downward dog. That'd be the one.
So upper body, get rid of those cycling arms.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then a bit of core strength in that, bit of leg. Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
For me, it's I don't normally do any stretching straight after a ride. I wait for the body to recover a little bit, and then just before you go to bed, and I think it's more about getting the whole routine going.
Yeah.
Not just saying, okay, I've got tight hamstrings, I'll work on those, because you've got to
think about other things as well. Yeah. But it is good, that said, it is good to focus maybe on one thing. If you've got 5 seconds before bed, a forward fold to sort out your hamstrings is better than nothing. Yeah. So something I've noticed from the cycling world is that yoga, Pilates, sort of flexibility and core strength is becoming more important for pro cyclists and athletes in general. Would you say that it was important to you in your routine as a pro cyclist or a newly signed pro cyclist?
Yes, definitely. It really has a big impact on how you feel the next day, and definitely during the winter, people spend hours and hours in the week working on it and just preparing themselves for the season coming. And during the season, of course, you get massage from the team, but really there's a lot more work that goes on alongside that, and yoga is really part of the routine.